Tewolde. We start tonight with the ongoing fight to decriminalize sex work, an issue that disproportionately affects LGBTQ plus youth, especially those of color. New York has been a focal point for the movement. Recently, advocates achieved some success when Governor Andrew Cuomo signed a bill repealing an anti-loitering law known as the Walking While Trans ban. The law was intended to ban loitering for the purposes of prostitution, but advocates say police used the law to harass and arrest trans people who were doing nothing more than minding their own business. Joining me tonight is a man on the front lines in the fight to decriminalize sex work, Jared Trujillo, policy counsel for New York Civil Liberties Union and on the steering committee for Decrim New York. Jared, welcome to the show. Glad to have you on.
Thank you for having me.
Jared, now I know that you very much want to keep the focus on the people who you regard as most marginalized in the fight to decriminalize sex work, which would be Black and trans women, but you've got a remarkable backstory, one that could educate our viewers about sex work and sex workers. Would you mind sharing a bit about your own personal story?
Sure. I mean, one of the things that really brought me to this movement is my work as a public defender. But a lot of it is also just my own history as a former sex worker. I was a sex worker for a little while as a young person, and then also in law school for my first about year and a half of law school, just to pay for things. When I moved to New York, I moved here from the Midwest, and I thought that my Midwest savings would mean something here. I went from a $350 apartment in Iowa to like New York City, where that is like not feasible. And sex work is really one of the ways that I was able to support myself, was able to get books, and was able to go through law school, become a public defender before coming to NYCLU without having so much debt that public interest law would have been infeasible.
Now, you work with Decrim New York, an organization working to decriminalize, decarcerate, and destigmatize sex work. Talk to me about the laws there in New York and how they're enforced and how they target Black women and those in the LGBTQ plus community.
For sure. So New York's laws are really not all that dissimilar from laws in other places. So many sex work laws come from just not really thinking that women in particular, especially Black women, have full equity over their bodies. They come from, misconceptions about what trafficking looks like and ways to actually stop trafficking. We think about trafficking like Taken, where it's, a white girl from the suburbs that's getting picked up by this man of color, by this Black man, by this Middle Eastern man. And it's really not. It's people that are in DV situations. It's kids in foster care. It's people that are unhoused. It's really people that are often living at the margins. So one of the more pernicious laws in New York that was on the book that you spoke about a little bit before, the Walking While Trans ban, was previously Penal Law 240-37. It was officially loitering for the purpose of prostitution. And what this law did is it enabled cops to go up to people and to arrest them for ultimately just having the audacity to exist. In one lawsuit, an officer admitted in a deposition, I mean, usually they at least lie to us, but he admitted that he went up to women with Adam's apples. On other depositions, officers admitted that they were going up to women with big hands, with big feet, with pretty much all the signifiers that are saying, we're going up to trans folks. We're harassing trans folks. So these are people smoking a cigarette, waiting for a bus, waiting for a friend outside of a club so they can walk together in numbers. And it's not just trans women, it's cis Black women too, it's gender nonconforming folks. It's really about 94% of the people arrested under the statute were women of color. And again, these are folks that were just existing. And because this statute had the word prostitution attached to it, even though it was organized under the loitering statutes in New York, it was what's called a crime involving moral turpitude, which means that someone could be deportable for having this offense. It means that someone could potentially be unable to adjust their immigration status, as well as everything else that comes with criminal offenses. So that could affect your housing, your ability to get a job, your ability to get childcare or keep your children, your ability to get an education, really just all the things that people need to live full lives, compounded with the fact that this law disproportionately impacted trans, Black, and brown women that are already living at the margins. It was even worse. And then there's other prostitution-related statutes in New York. There's, I guess, the typical prostitution statute that people think of, just selling sex, other statutes around purchasing sex, and there are statutes that make it really easy to evict roommates and also criminalize roommates. The rent in New York City is quite high. Everyone has a roommate, including sex workers. And there's just so many different laws on the books that push the trade further into the shadows, deeper into the shadows. So it removes harm reduction tools that sex workers would like to use. And because it pushes it deeper into the shadows, it makes it a blacker market than it already would be. It just really perpetuates harm and the difficulties that sex workers have to live with.
Now, Jared, quite a lot of people support decriminalizing or legalizing the selling of sex, but keeping the buying of sex illegal. Why isn't this enough?
Well, I would say that decriminalization and legalization are not the same. We don't, frankly, pull them together. People that pull those two things together are usually being disingenuous. People that are part of the decriminalization movement, which is what Decrim is about, and all, like, really the major organizations of the country, note that legalization is really not good. If you look at places like Las Vegas or Nevada in general that have legalization, the problem is that you have government mechanisms in place that actually still disenfranchise the most marginalized sex workers. In Nevada, for instance, it's only legal in certain counties, which often means that you have to live where you work. And when you live where you work, there's a whole lot of room for exploitation. In other places with legalization models rather than decriminalization models, you have instances where people that are undocumented can't really access the trade. You have instances where people that are maybe trans, so they don't have the proper ID, can't access the trade. So you're really hurting the most marginalized people. And we already know through everything else in how the criminal legal system works, the people that are actually impacted by criminalization are Black and brown. Like if you look at the walking while trans ban, which I talked about before, and if you look at how New York enforces marijuana in particular, the racial disparities were like almost exactly alike. Actually, walking while trans is a little bit more racist, but they're pretty similar. So that's why like legalization and decrim, like it's not or, like they're very separate. But why, what you described before, the Nordic model, why that's not enough is, and this isn't my pontificating, we know. The Nordic model has been around since 1999. And what we see in every Nordic country is that sex workers are still isolated. One of the great things about Decrim is that you take it out of the shadows, you make it easier for people to use harm reduction tools, it makes it easier for people to do things like negotiate wages, negotiate boundaries, screen clients, and really use all the harm reduction tools that sex workers want to use. In Nordic model countries, you don't have that. You have increased surveillance. You have increased police violence, which is a huge issue for sex workers. We know that police sexual misconduct is the second most common form of police misconduct. For sex workers, it's even higher because these are humans that we don't view as human all too frequently. And then one of the biggest other issue with Nordic model countries and with Nordic model systems is just that it still criminalizes sex workers that work together, sex workers that live together, which is something that people use for harm reduction. And when people can't access that, it just pushes the trade further into the shadows, and it makes it more dangerous. You look at New Zealand with Decrim, like the violence has not disappeared, because this is harm reduction, not elimination, but it's substantially lower than it is in, say, Northern Ireland with the Nordic model, where there's still just a lot of dangers in the trade.
Well, Jared, we're less than a minute away from having to go to commercial. What more can be done to support and help the LGBTQ plus sex worker community?
It's recognizing that not everyone wants to be a sex worker, And so when we think about the substantial resources that we use for criminalization, let's think about how we can use that to actually uplift the community. You know, queer folks under 24 are more likely, about 7 to 8 times more likely to trade sex than others. Let's give them job training programs. Let's get people housing, not handcuffs. Let's give people rights, not rescue. Let's give people access to the necessities of life. So if they want to trade sex, they can as safely as possible. But if they don't want to do that, then they have other options.
All right, Jared Trujillo, policy counsel for the New York Civil Liberties Union and steering committee member for Decrim New York. Thank you again for coming on.
Great. Thank you.